Chase Tree and Tractor Service with 25 years of experience in tree removal. Serving the Midcoast of Maine, licensed and insured Maine arborist. Whether it's a pesky blowdown or a hard-to-get tree that needs removing. When you need an experienced professional, Jake Chase is the man for the job. Call 207-242-8961 or email him at chasetreeandtractorservice.jc@gmail.com.
LCTV is your nonprofit community media station. Please donate at lctv.org to keep us strong. Thank you.
One, two, three, four! Well, I've been holding in since the clock came Monday morning. From the end of the week, I'm bound to blow. Breeze walking to the honky-tonk like a pack of wolves now. Order up around the shops and it's away we go.
Hello everyone, it's your favorite time of the week. It's Wuzzup time. I'm Larry Sidelinger, the mayor of the mills right there, Mr. Bobby Whear. We got CJ behind the switcher here running the cameras and Haven overseeing his shoulder, TV Toby. He's stretched out on the floor. Bobby,
Yep.
front page has got some wicked news on it, doesn't it?
It really does. Anyway, how about Wiscasset is going to build a new sewage treatment plant? I mean, I know those things have a lifespan, but I guess it's seen its day. over
50
there.
million bucks. It's just amazing.
50 million
51
bucks.
million.
Yep. Jesus. I know I'm on the board of trustees for ours. We are very fortunate. We have we have room for expansion. We have a fantastic reservoir.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody is jealous of the fact that our sanitary district and water district has Little Pond. We own all the land around Little Pond.
You do?
Yeah. So we don't have any, Instead,
What do who do they rent the Dick Storer's old house?
No, the Storers still own that, but
Storers own the
that's-
house?
Yeah, that's
In the
it.
barn behind it?
That's it. We got all the rest of the land.
Okay, because Johnny Pinkham has his equipment over there
Correct.
and whatnot, so he must rent that from
Yep,
Storers.
yep,
I
yep.
gotcha.
So anyway, and then the character of the county. Of course, Christy Houghton she's a powerhouse. Her family is, all the kids are fantastic, and the husband's fantastic. But she had a different path to get here.
Yeah.
She was not going to be. She grew up in Southern Maryland. She went to UMass.
Yeah, she didn't want to do anything with
She
teaching.
had a degree in theater.
Yeah.
I could see her on stage.
I could too,
actually.
yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, anyway, so this Waldoboro murder here of Kyle McDougal, the story keeps growing. It keeps going.
Third man's been arrested
They
now.
arrested a third guy. So anyway,
Suppose there was any drugs involved in that deal.
Hewitt, a guy named Hewitt. Let's see.
John Flower from Rockland. I wonder if there's any relation to Flowers in Bremen there. I mean, in South Bristol.
Yeah.
Huh.
The boat builder.
Yeah. I don't know. Monkey see, monkey do. They've been there 15 years over there. Isn't that something?
15 years.
I wonder if they built that or it was built and they bought it. I don't know.
I think they built it.
I think you're right.
I think they built it, Larry. And, you go by there, you don't see much action, but they're still there. Somebody's got to be jumping around like a monkey over there to make them
Yeah.
stay.
Speaking of some action, there was some action down in Hannaford the other day, wasn't there?
Yeah, so we got a local chef, Chris Padilla. He was charged with theft. He was using the self-checkout, and, they caught him.
Well, as interesting as that part, the backstory is all his criminal record.
Yeah.
Holy smokes.
Yeah,
He's
so-
wanted for armed robbery, he's wanted for robbery, and
Yeah, once they got in.
illegal entry into the country, and all kinds of
Once they
stuff.
got into it, it's I was talking, the story about the self-checkout. I was talking to my friend Jack, and he said down in Connecticut they got rid of self-checkout 2 years ago because people were
Ripping them
stealing,
off. Yeah.
stealing stuff. So
Yeah, I mean, you can have all the cameras that you want in the room, up in the ceiling, but if nobody's watching the cameras,
Yep.
and what a boring job, sit there and watch cash registers all day.
yeah, so anyway, Madonna Camp over there in Waldoboro, you go by there, right there on 220.
I
You
know
go by there
right where it
all
is,
the
yeah.
time. They own a big hunk of land. They're on Washington Pond, I believe. So anyway, the RSU 40, they're taking advantage of this beautiful camp, and they're sending kids over there and it's a great opportunity for them.
Yeah. Brady Chappelle won the contest. The geese floating around out there. Got a $50 gift certificate out of the butcher shop.
All right, Larry, your favorite subject, plowing.
Don't get me started. As interesting as this article is, it doesn't still tell the whole story, because they're still not telling that the town now is buying the salt, ladies and gentlemen, at a tune of nearly $80,000 for 750 ton of salt.
And the other thing,
and that was supplied by Hager previously.
The other thing, you know, you and I talked a little bit the other day off camera. Once that contract is signed, I don't care who signs it, they're entitled to that money.
That's a money grab.
They can walk away and still get the money.
You know, Mr. McClintock's got his hands full, because if he does, you know, he's got big shoes to fill, Bobby. We both know that.
Oh, yeah.
You know, both know that. I mean, I was talking to Adam Rennie at a meeting here a while ago, and he said that all 17 towns that he has his stores in, Damascotta has the best plowed streets and sidewalks. Hands down.
I believe it.
So,
yeah,
he said other managers come to these stores from his other stores and they say, wow, your streets and side roads are beautiful.
Yeah,
you know?
And it's not an easy project.
Oh, God, no.
All those bump outs. As soon as I saw those bump outs going in, I said, this is a nightmare.
Yeah,
but
it certainly was.
They handled it.
Yeah. Well, they had a pro doing it, so we'll see.
How about that? I like this article about this gentleman, Orville Mooney. He works for Colby and Gale, and he'd go to work every day, and he'd look out over next to the gas tanks, and he'd say, what a great place for a garden. And so Matt Poole said, you know, you want to put a garden there, we'll pay for it. So anyway, he's got a fantastic garden. He's donating food to food pantries.
Look at the size of those cucumbers.
I know. So Orville's, he's really, they went to the gal, Lefa Gordon, that wrote the article. She said she couldn't believe the excitement the guy had.
It's always fun to talk to someone with a lot of excitement.
It's nice when you can get excited about some zucchinis and radishes. Yeah. You know?
You want to talk to somebody who's excited? We did that show on down at the Lincoln Hospital. It's Lincoln Health down here. And we had Jessica Pinkham, who's in charge of the surgery. Man, you talk about a girl that is just wild and excited.
I love it.
Boy, she's got a team there that is second to none.
I love it when people love their job.
Just passionate. Passionate. Speaking of passion, this girl, Nicole Sipe, she's pretty passionate about B-top bar horsemanship.
Yes.
She's stands there with her horse soda.
Yeah, they're going to have a party over at the Wiscasset jail, the old jail, August 10th. All right, how many things are going on August 10th?
Boy, there's a lot, isn't there?
August 10th, you couldn't possibly hit every event.
That's because today we've turned the page on July. We're 7 months down.
August 1st, folks, right now.
Yeah, 2024, we're 7 months down, 5 to go.
Yep. So,
5 to go.
Anyway, the Lincoln Academy students, they're up at it's nice. They can go up to the Darling Center and learn about marine stuff from experts, you know. People with their master's and doctorate degree can talk about, you know, it's a nice picture of them with some oysters. So, anyway.
Got a fish supper over to August 7th over to Wiscasset Senior Center.
I saw that.
We qualify, Bob. We're seniors.
I saw that.
$10.
Boy, I tell you, I had some chowder at the public house last week. It was absolutely
good, huh?
Absolutely delicious.
Yeah, that food's come a long way over there.
Good, Tim. Keep it going, buddy.
Yep, absolutely. Absolutely. Nice story about this young Elm Davis here.
Yep. Got to find your path.
Yeah.
You know? And
but the Facebook threat there, Rachel Gentner over there, that sounded a little bit funky.
Good for the Waldeboro police pursuing that, because that, you know, it's crazy.
Yeah.
You know, it's crazy. And people just, you know, they say whatever they want on Facebook, and nothing ever happens to them.
No.
You know, Chief Lash went after this lady, and she...
well, obviously felt there was a threat there somehow.
Yep, she's going to court for it.
Yeah, says she's a poor speller.
Yeah. So there's the Great American Picnic, another thing going on August 10th, but, you know, Tony Lash has got this Trump wall up there.
He does.
On 220. I mean, guests of mine are staying there.
I like his picture of Trump's his mugshot.
Yeah. Guests of mine they're staying there, and they go up 220 to go to Morse's Sauerkraut usually. but they see this wall, and they asked me if
Only
Trump has a summer home up there.
And Tony's gravel pit up there.
Yeah, Jennifer Stone. She's a Democrat in Waldoboro, and she's facing
Ab Simmons.
Ab Simmons. That she's got her work cut out for her.
She sure does. Abden's pretty well liked and does a good job. Yeah.
So the antique show has got a new location. They're going to be in Madomic Middle School on Manktown Road, and it's from 10 to 3. And so that's going to be...
all the school teachers in
At least it's not
1958.
August 10th.
1958, those teachers. Jefferson School Village.
Union Church in South Bristol, nice little church in South Bristol. They're going to have their craft fair, their summer fair, August 3rd. That's this Saturday. And August 31st, a lot of stuff going on, man.
Yeah, August busy month, trying to get it all in.
Yeah,
for the summer.
Midcoast Audubon, they got a lobster bake fundraiser. And this sounds like a cool deal. You go to the Audubon place at the end of Keene Neck Road, and you get on a boat, and they take you out to Hog Island.
Yep, we're going to have lobster bake out there.
You can go for a hike. They have naturalists out there. You can watch them cook the lobsters, and it's actually reasonable for what you get. So the other thing is, you go to something like this, you probably can eat 3-4 lobsters.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
They probably have 50, 60 more lobsters than they need.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Wisconsin wants to build a affordable housing in Wisconsin on Old Ferry.
So how are they going to do that, Bobby, when they're putting a $50 million sewer plant in?
Well, they're going after ARPA funds, but that usually never covers the whole nut. But they want to give it a shot. I saw in Bangor, and Bangor is on the Portland News. They're building a dormitory-style building in Bangor. It's going to have 55 units for affordable housing for employees.
Yeah.
They're shooting for employees.
Yeah.
Well, good for them.
Yeah. I mean, a friend of mine told me Newcastle has just come out with their tax bills under their new reevaluation.
Yeah.
A friend of mine's taxes went $2,000. That's a lot, Bobby.
Wow.
That's a lot.
Bremen Fire Department, they saw the busyness of the 10th. They're going to have their auction this year, August 17th.
Yeah.
And a bunch of lobsters going to be auctioned off.
Yeah.
Imagine that.
Yeah, can't imagine Bremen, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, we got to turn the page here. We got to keep going, Bobby. We'll be out of time here. Talk so much.
Yeah.
That's a pretty nice article. Joanne White and Gloria there. The dog got away and somebody found it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanking the
And
fans.
a couple letters about this this Brennan cancellation.
Yeah.
That was kind of a shocker.
Yeah.
I mean, you've been here your whole life.
I have.
You've never heard of anything like this.
Nope, never have.
You know?
Nope.
All 32 years of your life here?
Yeah, all 32.
And you've never heard. I mean, I've been here 38 years. I've never heard of anything like that.
No.
So,
No threat to cancel
the
something.
people, the losers are the Company's Boat Shop.
Oh yeah.
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 So,
Couple of hate letters and
Yep.
yeah. Yeah. It is what it is.
Hidden Valley Nature Center's got their race through the woods. You gotta keep your head down when you're racing through the woods. Those roots will end your racing career.
Yeah, they sure will. You can learn how to dig clams down Georgetown there.
Yeah.
What does KELT stand for? The Kennebec Estuary Land Trust.
Yep. They do it every week.
Yeah.
Every week they bring people out to the
wonder what they do
clam
with the
fest.
clams.
I didn't know. Well, in the article, what is it? You know more about it. You can dig a peck
Yeah.
without a license.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. So.
Oh, you need a recreational license. That's what you need.
You do?
Yeah, I think to dig a peck you need a recreational license.
Well, I don't know. I'll have to
No, it
check
says
it.
no. Oh, wait a minute. From Sandy Flats near Todd's Point. That sounds to me like a Georgetown thing. Mm-hmm. I know in Damascotta, I think you need a recreational license.
Greg Marley's still taking crews out into the woods. This was interesting. Greg, he's a mushroom specialist, but when you meet Greg Sunday, August 18th, you can bring mushrooms from your yard.
And he'll tell you whether they're good to eat or not,
Yeah.
right?
you know.
By then, I'll probably have half a truckload.
Yeah, you got a lot of mushrooms.
They just started showing up the other day.
Yeah.
So, but this dry weather is hard.
Are they growing in the ground or they're growing in the trees?
No, in the grass.
In the grass.
In the grass,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah. Don't eat them, Larry.
No. I love mushrooms too.
Yep.
Yeah.
Feed Our Scholar Wiscasset event, that's August 11th. You know, school, you know, it's going to be at the Wiscasset Community Center. If every person that goes to a Wiscasset public school can attend this, and you get to learn about the different schools. Kindergartners get to learn about grammar school gets to learn about junior high. So, anyway.
And Jack Meehan wrote a nice editorial article there because he's the one that runs that firewood program.
Yeah.
I think last year it was like 60 cords of firewood they gave away.
Unbelievable.
And, you know, it's all donated. Labor's donated. The
Yeah.
wood's donated. You know, that.
They got wood depots everywhere. South Bristol Transfer Station.
Yeah.
Then they got up at NC Hunt. They got another pile of firewood, and so they got Jake Abbott, who we just read the other day, is going to be leaving Lincoln Academy. Recently retired, and he's the stacker. He gets all the people from Lincoln to go over and stack the firewood.
Yeah.
Of course, if you stack firewood, that's as opposed to a pile.
Oh yeah.
You know, you've got a nice product.
You
there.
do. You sure do. And it dries way better and everything. I got about 2 cords stacked up at my house.
Yep.
For why I don't know because I don't have any way outside my fire pit diverted.
You got a fire pit.
I got a fire pit.
Yeah,
That's you know.
Well, you're good.
Yeah.
2 cords with a fire pit. You'll be sitting there all winter.
Yeah.
I was reading this article that's this band that's playing up at the Booth Bay Opera House.
The Stillhouse Junkies? What kind of a name is that?
They sound very interesting. You know, they're from Durango, Colorado, which is a beautiful part of the world. So anyway, they were the International Bluegrass Music Association's Momentum Band of the Year in 2021. So they had potential in 2021. It's 3 years later. So
I'm not sure you know. It says hypnotic and high energy. How do those two the words go together?
Well,
hypnotic is not necessarily a high energy state to be in.
Well, there's one of the guys is from New England, but he ends up relocating out there. I thought it was pretty good. Gleason Fine Art, they've got a artist by the name of Lynn Acelta.
Yeah.
My buddy John Wally's got a opening tonight down at Green Hut Gallery down in Portland, folks. If you're down in the Portland area today, you might want to stop in and say hi to him. He was up this morning for a cup of coffee.
Yeah.
Hey, this Saturday, 9 to 2, down at South Bristol School. It's going to be at the South Bristol Union Church. You can get a lobster roll to help raise funds for their school trip, their 8th grade trip. I'll bet you can get a heck of a lot. You know, my pages are mixed up.
Yeah, I was going to say, what page are you on here, for God's sake?
No, well,
you just like went from, you skipped right by the obituary, skipped by the sports.
This happens when you're rehearsing in the wind.
Yeah, you're definitely rehearsing in the wind. Might be even breaking
wind.
wind.
I'm ready to talk about the rubber ducky race down at Bristol Historical Society.
I'm trying to get through the obituary. I lost my friend Jerry Gifford died last week.
Yeah.
Sad.
Yep.
Good guy.
Nobleboro guy.
Yeah, Nobleboro guy. Good guy. Yeah. And well, really, I couldn't wait to get to the sports page. You like jumped right over that.
Yeah. Well, there's some funky stuff going on down in South Bristol. They have I remember I lived in Cape Ann many moons ago, and they had an issue with houseboats.
Houseboats. Well, like down the Keys, that's a big problem down there too.
So they had a little tiny, it was a little tiny cove in Annisquam called Lobster Cove.
Yeah.
And there was like 4 houseboats in there.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you, that was the place to be at midnight.
that
was the place to be. But
party time.
Anyway, I forget what happened. I think I got out of there before they made a decision. But my friend, Mr. Murray, had a houseboat there, and he had a great life.
He had a good time going on.
He really did. But anyway, South Bristol's trying to figure out.
They're trying to figure out what's going on.
Yeah, there's one down at the end of Poseidon Lane that I guess it was there once before, and it's back. So, but one guy in the article said he's never seen anybody there. The other thing they got going on down in, did you see later in the paper? They got people in Rutherford Island. They're not driving. They got golf
carts. Yeah, big problem with golf carts down there.
If you happen to see any of the South Bristol selectmen, you might want to get things under control before you have a Disneyland down there. It's getting to be Disneyland.
They got a golf cart police they got to have down there.
Right.
I'm sure Sheriff Brackett's going to run a man right down there to control the traffic down there.
Well, you'd have to be registered in some way if you're on a
can't
public
register
street.
a golf cart. There's enough power.
Okay, all right.
I think that's what the real. They're going to have a lobster roll fundraiser August 3rd. That's coming right up here, Saturday.
Right. So, anyway, what are we talking about? The Link County Little League, they got ousted big time. Boy, they got beat badly. 11-1 by Portland.
Yeah, baseball. They had a good run.
Yeah.
Yeah, they had a good run, and big basketball programs going on. Madomic played. Boy, that's a good thing for the Waldoboro fans over there. They did. They won the Coney League.
Yeah.
They won the Midcoast Summer League.
Yeah.
And they've got a transfer from Chevrolet, his coach's nephew, and he stands 6'6", 6'5", 6'6".
Wow.
To go with the last kid is
6'5". Who'd they beat? Oceanside?
Yeah, they beat Oceanside. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So
they got maybe Wiscasset. They got a new middle high school athletic director. Maybe he'll punch it up. He was quite an athlete. You never
sounds like he was. Yeah.
Well, you never hear of an athlete from UMaine Augusta.
Yeah.
And he was a big time star up at basketball star.
Yeah. Yeah. A lot of basketball action and a lot of stock car racing we've talked about in the past, Bobby.
Yeah. So I went to.
You went over there, right?
I was telling Larry.
Tell us about that car that you was.
Well, probably about 5 years ago, my friend Ryan McPherson, he owns Glidden Point Oyster. He was all proud because he had a decal on the side of a racing car that said Glidden Point Oyster. And ever since I saw that, I said, that's really cool, that's really cool. Well, I happened to be up in West Alna Road on Saturday, about 5 o'clock.
You say you check it out.
And I'm telling you, up at the racetrack, Larry, there must have been 200 cars up there.
Yep.
And that's when I said, because I'm such an advertising genius, that's when I said to myself,
the Mill Pond Inn is going racing.
That decal looks a heck of a lot better right now.
I'm thinking NASCAR's in your future.
So last night I went over to, there's a gentleman by the name of Dylan York, and he's got a little Chevy Cobalt.
What's the number?
And number 7.
7X. 7X.
So anyway, I went over there with a tape measure, and I measured up myself, and I'm going to put a decal on there, and I'm all excited about that. So anyway, and what was his class? Roadrunner?
Roadrunner class.
He's in the Roadrunner class.
That's probably one of the lower
Yeah,
classes.
he says he's got 16 or 20 cars in the class, but anyway, he's racing this Saturday, but I can't go. So anyway, North Nobleboro Day, another thing that's happening on the 10th.
That's a week from Saturday. That'll be a lot. That's always the best chicken barbecue in the county. Honest to God.
Right.
Folks, if you haven't had a chicken barbecue at the North Nobleboro Days, you need to go. But wait till I get there first.
And there's a couple of pies.
Pies are good too, yeah.
So anyway, we got a Clark University Dean list, Adelaide Nelson. She's from Newcastle. She made the Dean list at Clark University. Clark University is in Worcester. If you're from Boston, you say Worcester. If you're not, you say Worcester. But Montessori kids explore camp. What camp did they go to? Let's see. They went to some camp.
They went to the Coastal Botanical Gardens.
Yeah, at least they're getting out.
Yeah.
I like it. I like it a lot. Jefferson Historical Society, they're going to have an open house.
Well, the Bristol Artist Gallery down there, they raised $500 for the Bristol restoration there, not the storm damage.
As our dog comes into the picture, the dog parade.
The dog parade
was the hit of the Wiscasset Summerfest this year, and anyway, nice pictures of dogs.
Yeah, I was kind of looking at the pictures of all these chocolates here. Chocolate Lovers Sunday down at Chocolate.
Ooh, August 11th.
Bremen Townhouse.
Yep. 1 to 4. All kinds of chocolate. Now, we got National Lighthouse Day coming up, and you can go to the Pennant Point Lighthouse from 2 to 4, and you can a child can come and make his own lighthouse. So they'll probably have all the materials there, and make your own.
Dog Parade Highlights, Wiscasset Summerfest. Guess they had a band over there. I was really impressed. This fella, Brandon Pitcher. Boy, he's a pretty accomplished guy.
He is.
That was Gary Pitcher's son down in
well, if you graduate from the War College, I mean, you've been put through the paces.
You sure have.
Yeah. So this was interesting. Before they merged, Pemaquid and Damascotta Lake and all that, all these conservation groups merged to form Midcoast Conservancy. We had a group called Damascotta Lake Watershed, and it was a separate entity. And so they're going to have on Tuesday, August 13th. I think I'm going to go, and it's up at the Nobleboro Historical Society on Center Street. And at 6:30, they're going to have drinks, and people are going to talk about the old days.
Yeah, the old days, which weren't that old because they only joined in 2016.
Correct.
Midcoast Conservancy, so you're only going back 25 years or so. But that's all right.
The other thing that's going on is the old Bristol Days William Fawcett Car Show.
They have some cool cars down
there.
Yeah,
and I'm thinking if I can talk them into putting in a category for most rust, I'm going to bring my green truck.
That still runs?
Yeah, I'm going to bring my green truck over. But anyway,
yeah,
I'm going to be heading up to Camden.
That's August 10th too, folks. That Bristol show is August 10th.
August 10th. I'm going to be heading to Camden August 10th to see Bob Marley.
Oh, Bob's up there?
Yeah.
Where is he playing up there?
Opera House.
Opera House? Yeah. Funny guy.
So we're going to go to this Thai restaurant called Long Grain. It's up there. It's supposed to be very, very good.
Yeah.
We got August 11th, you got a Veggies to Table fundraiser. It's funny, it's going to be held over at the Bigelow Laboratories.
Yeah.
So the
Sandy River Ramblers, they're going to play at the Lincoln Home Lobster Bake.
Yeah, they play every year.
Yeah.
That lobster bake gets more and more popular every year.
That's a big deal.
I hear about a lot of people going.
It's a big deal.
Sarah Plummer's got a Pemaquid Beach triathlon coming up.
Bobby, we're down to the less than a minute here, so we got to wrap this up. I hear somebody with some noise out back here going on in the studio. I don't know what. Don't they know we're doing?
You don't have any grass.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Deb's Diner, she's got blackboard specials down there.
Yep. We got Gerard Gowalt. He's got his artwork. No, his author. His book's going to be up there. He's going to be at the Thursday, August 8th, signing his book.
Nice story about the Wiscasset Dispatcher for the Lincoln County Communications on the back page there.
Yep.
So, folks, we've done it for another week. You got a big weekend planned, Bobby? Next week you're going to be busy.
Yes.
Yes, full house.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're in the month of August. The home stretch now. Home stretch. Oh, Toby wants to say goodbye. Folks, been fun doing it for you. I'm Larry Sidelinger. He's Mayor of the Mills, Bobby Whear. We got CJ and Haven behind the camera and TV Toby up front here. He wants to get in the picture here. There he is, folks. We'll see you next week. Thanks for watching. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Oh, yeah, I know. I know. I know. Chase Tree and Tractor Service with 25 years of experience in tree removal. Serving the mid-coast of Maine, licensed and insured Maine arborist. Whether it's a pesky blowdown or a hard-to-get tree that needs removal. When you need an experienced professional, Jake Chase is the man for the job. Call 207-242-8961 or email him at chasetreeandtractorservice.jc@gmail.com.